Massive announcement, I'm on tour in 2022. The tickets are available now. Go and get them, you sexy humans.
G'day ladies and gentlemen, the Buttsman here, and break out the tissues because this is a sad story indeed. Good friend of the channel and general pain in the ass, Vegan Booty is under threat. Old vegan dirtbox may be getting sued for defamation. Now this is the biggest defamation case in YouTube Australia history. Forget this friendly Jared fella or whatever his name is. This is the fucking story, okay? A vet clinic appeals for funds to raise $150,000 to sue vegan activists who stormed in and accused the staff of animal slavery for displaying caged birds outside the door. Oh, Tash. You're going after the birds now. You don't care about the pigs and the cows and the penguins anymore. Now you're going after the birds that are locked up in cages. You have gone full Helen Lovejoy. I want somebody, please think of the caged birds.
So yesterday I was walking past a veterinary clinic and I noticed some birds enslaved in a cage on display out the front of this veterinary clinic.
The horror!
These poor birds are still on display in a tiny cage throughout the entire day, and this is just completely immoral and animal slavery.
Okay, I just want to put this out there. I am not. Isaac Butterfield is not a fan of slavery, regardless of what you may have heard. And to an extent, I think you should let animals do what they want to do. I think you should still fence them in some occasions to fucking save them from getting hit by cars, but they should be allowed to do what they want to do. But Tash Peterson, Vegan Booty, is it a hill to die on? Is it worth possibly being sued in a court case that they're getting funding for $150K? Is it worth copping that over some fucking birds in a cage? Now, Miss Booty, and can I just say, it fucking pains me every time I have to say that, and I know I've talked shit about her ass before, and she got mad at that, and she said I was, body shaming her. All I'm saying, Tash, is if you got booty in your name, you need to have the best ass of all time. That's like me calling myself old biceps Butterfield. Yeah, they exist, but they're not fucking good. So let's have a look at what happened according to the Daily Mail. Those journalists know what they're talking about. Okay. They know how bad their journalism is. They have put it into dot points for us because they know we won't read their fucking shit writing. Infamous activist claimed Perth veterinary clinic was advertising animal slavery. Fuck me. Tash Peterson told employees it was immoral of them to display birds in a cage. Again, Tash, shut the fuck up. Bicton Vet Clinic to raise $150K to finance civil action against Miss Peterson. Wow, Bicton to the moon. They claim the incident had made several members of the clinic very traumatized. Imagine having Tash traumatize you. Tash is the equivalent of a junkie in the middle of the street making loud noises about the fact that Jet hasn't released a good album in 20 years. Like, she's just upset about shit, but you don't have to listen to her. Before I go on, I do think it's important we look at the photo of the cage, okay? The animals were in. All right, here it is. Now, I don't know if you knew this, but that type of cage is a very particular type of cage. It's known as a bird cage. Why? Because birds live in them.
You're crazy. Am I? Or am I so sane that you just blew your mind?
It's just universally accepted that's where birds are allowed to live. And look at this. The fucking vet named these birds Gandalf and Bruce. These aren't slaves. That's not slave names. That's a nice little cute name for a bird. Surely you can wrap your head around that, Tash.
I just came in yesterday to express some concern for the birds, and I think there was a bit of a misunderstanding. I mean, it's great that you've moved them in the shade, but I'm just not understanding why a veterinary clinic is advertising animal slavery.
Tash, fuck! There are bigger fish to fly or broccolis to fucking steam. Whatever floats your plant-based boat. You just have bigger things to deal with, surely.
It's not animal slavery, and I appreciate your opinion, and that's your opinion. And
but they're in a cage.
I'd like to ask you to leave our premises. You are not welcome here. I know who you are, and I don't want any trouble.
You don't want any trouble? What is she not a gangster? She's not coming into your store demanding money for some protection racket, or is she? Imagine if Tash was the next star of Underbelly.
Oh no, Miss Peterson, I don't have the money this week.
You're a little light, are ya? How about I lock you in a cage and see how you like it?
I'm just trying to understand
These birds
why
have come
slavery.
out, they get flying around in the clinic and they are outside because I can't let them free out there because they're actually captive birds that have been in a cage for 14 years, and so I'm not about to take them out and let them free when they wouldn't be able to look after themselves.
That's a very concise argument. Surely Tash won't be able to argue against that.
The Fat Controller laughed. You are wrong.
But surely there's a better option for them to be in a bigger cage where their needs are met rather than just advertising
They're not
slavery.
advertised.
So the cage isn't the issue, it's the size of the cage. How big do you need it? 2 times the size? 3 times? What if the birds are into BDSM? These are some questions you need to ask Tash.
I understand your feelings and I acknowledge that, and I'm not about to change anything at the moment because I am currently in the process of obtaining a larger enclosure for them. I agree that their cage is too small, but I am getting them a bigger environment. I appreciate your concern. Please leave.
Ooh, this lady's good. She's good. She knows what she's doing. So Tash, these birds, they can't look after themselves out on the outside. What would you have them do? Release them to be eaten by fucking eagles or Sasquatches?
I couldn't understand
You've been asked to leave. Go or
And
call the police.
Yeah, if you don't leave,
Oh, so you're the type of vets that eat your own patients, are you?
Tash picking a fight with a place that actually saves animals. Like, it looks ridiculous, and that's Tash's MO.
You've been...
Please
Leave.
get out.
Leave.
Blatant animal abusers. Disgusting.
I don't want to freak anybody out, but did you see what was there at the front of that vet? I'm not talking about Tash's fucking dead shit boyfriend. I'm talking about the dog on a lead, another drastic form of slavery, all right? You need to let dogs off their leads. You just have to, particularly if they're like a big fucking American staffy with fucking all the steroids shot into its butthole and it's fucking 6 times the size of a fucking horse. You need to let it off the lead, particularly near children's playgrounds. That's what we need to do. Let's be honest for a second. Slavery is slavery to humans, okay? That's slavery. That's real slavery. Birds in cages, not slavery. Shut up. And this is the thing, like, when you argue with vegans about this, they are very good at arguing because that's their whole life. Like when I had that podcast with Vegan Gains the other week, people were mad that I didn't go into a debate with him. It wasn't a debate. It was me having a conversation with him. I'm not going to debate a dude that debates for a living about studies and shit. He's got everything there. I am also not going to dedicate myself to arguing against veganism. I've got better things to do, like rewatching Game of Thrones that I'm doing at the moment. I'm not going to do that. I'm a comedian, not a fucking scientist or a nutritionalist. So all those people who were mad at me, suck a fucking dick. My favourite part of this entire video that Tash filmed was this bloke out the front.
And these animals are
You're
entitled
to your opinion.
These animals are entitled
You're
to
entitled
live
to
freely
your
from
opinion.
harm.
You're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to eat your grass and your cabbages and that sort of stuff.
Okay, so now we know the deets. Let's have a look at the fundraiser for the legal fund. They're trying to raise $150,000 and they've raised $8,000. Okay, not a great start. The Bicton Veterinary Clinic is an independent, small family-owned business and has served the local community for almost 16 years, with its current owners running the practice since 2019. On Friday, an incident occurred at Bicton Veterinary Clinic that left several members extremely traumatised. Furthermore, the incident, along with the defamatory comments and innuendos, has subsequently been published on Facebook to the detriment of our team members and our business. Given the publication, implications and defamatory comments, we are launching civil action by way of defamation against Miss Tash Peterson and Mr. Jack Higgs, which is her boyfriend, and the business of Vegan Booty in the Supreme Court of Western Australia. This will be interesting to follow. Defamation cases are very strange, so let's see what happens from here. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. Be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East, my dick stinks, and don't you fucking keep any birds in cages. Toodaloo, au revoir, bye bye.